Hey, I'm Dave, and this is the first episode of the second season of the CMX Games DesignCast.
I'm Scott.
That's Scott. So first off, I wanted to tell everybody that the Copper Country Rules website is up and pretty much complete at ccrules.cmxgames.com. What's up there?
Lots of videos of how to play the game, how to set up the game, how to start the game, how to finish the game.
Yep, pretty much everything about the game. Also, you can download the rulebook if you'd rather read, but there are 10 pretty short videos, so if you just want to learn a specific thing, you can pick a topic and watch it for 3 minutes. If you want to learn everything, you can just watch them all. So that's up, which is good, and out of the way. Everybody can learn how to play. So what's been happening since Kickstarter with Copper Country? So much.
It's been a while.
So much. There's a lot of stuff we did right. Let's talk about a couple of things that actually caused us significant delays between Kickstarter and getting the game on a boat. So the two of those things are custom artwork and getting one of the wooden bits exactly right. So you want to talk about the art a little bit?
Yeah. So we had some custom rewards levels. How many in total? 12.
I think we ended up with
4 landmarks.
4 landmarks.
Oh no, actually it's even more. Yeah.
Yeah, there were 17.
Yeah.
Plus the
So.
double-sided board.
Yep. So a lot of extra art that needed to be added on, both arriving at the concept with the backers and then working with our artists to get them done. Apparently he took a day job, so his schedule became a lot more cramped than it had been during our run up to Copper Country. We're really happy with everything that came out, though.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just
really
work.
cool stuff.
Chris got married like right after Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, that too.
That,
Forgot about that one.
yeah. So that slowed us down a bit, but yeah, 17 cards plus a board. That was a lot of custom stuff to get done.
Yep. But they're all really cool concepts, and so in the end, I think the time was worth it to get it all right and make everything look really pretty.
Yeah, I love it. It's good, but it did take us 2 months post-Kickstarter to actually finish all of it, and we couldn't really do anything else until that was done.
Yep. So live and learn for that one.
Yeah. Yes, and the other thing was getting the miner right. So we had their custom game bits, one of which is a miner, and we had some pretty specific. I mean, it was the most important custom game piece, so we were going to be picky about it in the first place. And we got the first samples back, and they were pretty good. But the main issue was that the pick was very round. The pick that the miner was carrying was very round, and we were trying to sharpen it. And so we went back and forth with Panda. I think the final version was the 6th version. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I would lean towards more, but who knows?
It felt like more.
Yeah.
Well, also there was that time when they sent all our bits to Crash Games instead of to us.
They sent Crash Games bits to us, so we just had to ship.
Yeah, we got something. We had to swap bits with Patrick, but
yeah, I mean that's kind of an iconic shape to people that have been in Houghton, so we wanted to make sure we got it right. And there was maybe some communication gaps where we would get the pieces and the paint would be really gloppy and sticky and just look bad. And okay, we're like, oh, dude, what's wrong with the paint? And well, it turns out it wasn't production paint, but actually learning that was not a straightforward process.
Yeah, it was really there were a couple things where we had a bit of a communication problem with the miner, where we probably could have saved ourselves 3 versions of it if we had known what was going on, like if it had been clear. One was the paint, and the other one is that at some point they switched to laser cutting it without telling us, and apparently the laser cutting thicknesses they can only do like 6 or 9 millimeter thick pieces. So our miners were originally, I don't remember, I think it was 8.
Yeah.
So like figuring out why that had changed took us longer than it should have, because we just did not know that they were being laser cut now.
One thing that was really awesome though is that when they would send us something, it would basically get there like next day from China.
That was
It would be
crazy.
amazing to watch the package travel uh, via tracking. That was pretty impressive stuff.
It would show up like the day we got the tracking information.
Yeah.
Um,
But it looks really good, so
yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah, super happy with it in the end. I think next time we'll just understand like what's draft and what's not. And part of it was hard because they did production paint the first 2 samples and then none of them after that.
Yeah, it didn't warn us, but
Which was like, wait, why do these look so bad now? But anyway, the miner also took us about 2 months longer than the rest of the wood bits probably to get done.
yep.
So
if you look at our unboxing video on our YouTube channel, you can see all the bits, all the production bits, and they look awesome. Like the box, everything in the box is amazing.
it is super awesome.
In our humble opinion.
Super, super happy with the way everything turned out. But, you know, we thought we had set a very conservative deadline for delivering in March. And, you know, if we don't quite make it, those are the 2 things we'll point to, most likely. Well, there's one more, and we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, there's one other big one.
One more. So despite both of those things, we got Copper Country onto boats and across the ocean, and they arrived at the port in Los Angeles on March 6th. As far as I know, they're both sitting there right now.
Everything coming up Millhouse to that because we just made it in before Chinese New Year, so that was nice.
I think our stuff got picked up the day before everyone at Panda was going away.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just made that. So we just made the Chinese New Year deadline, got them on boats, got them out of China, got them to Los Angeles in the middle of the West Coast port labor dispute.
But it's been resolved.
Which has been resolved, but the ships are still backed up because of it. So we're not sure exactly when things are going to get off the boats and actually across the country to the warehouse and stuff for delivery. There is still a chance we're going to deliver in March, but we just don't know. It should be April for sure, and we might just squeak it in at the end of March.
Yep, but you know, everybody's been pretty supportive throughout the process. Really excited to see the updates, and you know, we've got the advanced copies out to the Pioneer backers, so it's out there. And
10 of them are out there. And now, like, if we had not had one of those other big problems, we probably still would have run into this labor dispute.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the chances of having avoided both of those problems are pretty nil. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully everything clears customs quickly and we'll get stuff shipped out. In the meantime, we've been working on our next game, which is called Brickwork.
It's really simple, but really fun. So on the complexity scale, a lot later than Copper Country, 15 minutes to play, 5 to learn, something like that.
Like that, 5 might be an overestimate of time taken to learn.
Yeah, you can really just jump in, right? Here's some blocks, here's the board, here's some dice, go.
Yeah, depending on how familiar people are with games in general, especially, you can just kind of tell people to go. But yeah, here is, for the first time, the first draft of the logo and the box art, which is supposed to sort of represent what's going on in the game. Each person is like a different construction company, either red or blue, and you're like getting bricks and putting bricks together of your color in order to rebuild the things that you've built out of yellow bricks at the start of the game. It's a lot of fun. People have liked it so far. It's been a different experience playtesting it because this game basically started where Copper Country got to after 6 months playtesting, probably, in terms of how ready it was. So we're hoping to launch this in a couple of months, but we'll see how that goes.
I'm sure we'll be talking a lot more about it in upcoming episodes of Season 2 of the DesignCast.
I'm sure we will. Yeah, tomorrow night is the design ball. Busted out there. See how that goes. But I mean, just in general, even from the very beginning, and the game has improved a lot since then, the response has been overwhelmingly positive. So pretty excited about that. We're gearing up for it. And yeah, we'll be back next week and talk some more about where Copper Country is. Maybe it'll be off a boat and on a truck, who knows, or a train, or whatever it's getting onto next. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, until then, I'm Scott.
And I was Dave, and we'll see you later.
Bye.